And look, ta-da! Hi guys! welcome to the new craft room and to Friday night scrapbooking. Doing a little something different tonight. How is everyone? It's so good to see you. First glimpse first glimpse of my new space. So I'm still working out all the details, but I am truly excited to share this work in progress with you tonight. So thank you all for joining me. Look at everybody who's here. You guys, hello. Belinda, Hallie, Janice, Debbie, Nancy, Mary, and Christina, and Sabine. Woohoo! You guys want to take a little look, see a little bit more? Annette's here. Carol, I missed everybody who was here beginning. Gwen and Christine and Elaine and Colleen and Mary B. Debbie, Bev, Virginia, Colleen, Cherie, Brenda's here. Ruth, Julie, Sarah, Nancy, Annette. Welcome. Everyone, it's so nice to have you here. Okay, are you ready? Before we jump in, I can see that light is right kind of at the top of the screen. We turn it down just a little bit. Before we get started into the full tour. Now, here's the thing, guys. This is going to be a mini tour. I'm not going to show you in all my drawers because I still need to do some labeling and cleaning up and all of that stuff. But the majority of this space is figured out, and I'm really excited about that and really excited to share that with you. And loving this new space. And it's been such a fun project and process, and a lot of work, a lot of work. So before we jump into that, I have been so busy trying to get ready for you guys that I haven't even told everybody that today is Preview Friday. So I want to give you a super quick sneak peek. I don't have anything fancy other than just sharing a few graphics, but I do want to start off with that today just because there's a few things that I think you might be interested in. So let me hop over to my Preview Friday screen. Woohoo! Look at that. So today is, of course, getting ready for a brand new launch that starts on Monday at noon Central. And what a wonderful way to start off then with a brand new paper pack that is dedicated to helping the Ukraine, spreading light and love with the Heart to Help paper pack. So I love that Creative Memories has decided to do that. And they made a corporate cash donation to the International Rescue Committee. Isn't that amazing, you guys? It just makes me want to tear up, and oh my gosh, it's wonderful. So to further spread the hope and support for Ukraine, starting on Monday, oh, your thumbs up are making me want to cry, you guys. They are going to donate all the profits of this paper pack and the digital pack to the IRC. And so what can you do? You can buy this paper pack, and all the profits will go to help that wonderful cause. And I think it's just amazing. So what a beautiful pack, what a beautiful message. And we can do so much just to share our thoughts about what's happening in the world. So that is one of the ways we can start off on Monday. And the second way is there is a brand new kind of a national park theme. So I know my Aussie friends and Canadian friends, this may or may not apply if you've come to the US or, those kind of things. But the national parks leave nothing behind. Actually, you guys, this might work for you too. You have national parks and all that good stuff too. So I haven't looked closely at it because I've just looked at it on screen and to see, but it's kind of this really neat collection that focuses on outdoors, nature, camping, hiking, wildlife, and all that good stuff. And look at that beautiful album. That is so unique. I think it's It's really, really a different style of album. And I can't wait to see it in person. That's going to be really, really fun. So the color coordinating cardstock is the navy, the starry night shimmer, dark green, aqua, and hot fudge. And of course, there's always collections. When I first saw this, I'm like, oh, Deep in the Woods, smash hit. You can combine this with Deep in the Woods and you've just doubled your collection and all the different pages you can make. So there's that beautiful album up close. It's got the foiling on it, the night sky. It just kind of takes you, whoops, sorry guys, just kind of takes you back into, being outdoors, being in nature, I think. So there's the album cover. Then there's the paper pack. So there is both the designer and the texture paper pack. So this is the paper pack, the first one, the designer paper pack. You can see some of the papers there. And this is the texture paper pack right here. So that doesn't really give us a lot. So let's keep going so we can see how people are using this. And this is that gorgeous laser cut border, laser cut papers that can go with this collection. So really pretty. That is the laser cut pack. And then of course we can't have paper without the correlating mats, and of course stickers and embellishments. So you can see some close-ups. Cute. What do you guys think? Look at that little chipmunk. It looks like a little chipmunk, right? So I like it. It's going to be fun. I'm not quite sure. Well, I'm just not sure what photos I have that I'm going to use with this. But what do you guys think? If you have an awesome idea on what you're going to use this with, pop it in the chat. I'd love to hear what you're going to use. So there's a few more close-ups of some of the embellishments and stickers. So fun collection. Are you guys ready to see the tools? You want to see the tools? Because there's got to be tools, right? Some really fun ones. So once we see, there's those stickers, the wildlife stickers. So this is a photorealist kind of pack where, they've kind of taken photos and stylized them into stickers, embellishments, and paper. And of course the decorative bundle, but really, come on. And the Fast-to-Fab, really. Whoops, there it is. Whoops, there it is. It's carry on. It's carry on because it was so funny when I saw this. I'm like, oh my gosh, she made a cut file with the kind of the boot prints, hiking boots. And now, of course, there's a punch. There is a punch with boot print. So look at those borders. I'm going to have to try that border in the upper left corner because that caught my eye right away. Love it. So I'm going to have to try that with you guys. And there's a close-up. So you see the little punch outs, the little stars. And you want to see the border cartridge? Woo! Peek. There it is. It is, okay, what's it called? Canoe Wave. Canoe Wave. So there is a canoe, but there is also texture on the top and bottom, if you can see that. Canoe Wave chain border maker cartridge. So a lot of fun to be had with that border cartridge as well. You can see, I love the textures and the edging on it. Look at that close up. Ooh, so fun. So fun, isn't it? Love it. Okay, so that, I believe, let me see. Oh, one more thing. There's one more item. There are. If you haven't heard, Creative Memories has grown so much that they have needed to find a new warehouse. And we heard about this back in November, that they had been looking for a new space, which is, a reason why sometimes they only had a limited supply of cardstock and different things. And so they found a new space and they are having a moving sale. And in that moving sale, you can order this mystery moving sale bundle. And it is let me show you right here, $101 worth of product for just $75. So the bundle is going to cost $75. But you will get this bonus pack of paper, this one that I'm showing on the screen right now, and mystery stuff. So that could be mystery tools and mystery album and different things like that. So those are all going to be different. From what I understand, is all going to be different. And you just will not know what you get in your bundle, but it will be $101 worth of product for just $75. So what do you guys think about that? That's kind of interesting. I don't think they've ever done anything like that before. So that's kind of fun. All right, so here we are again. I missed all the chat. I hope you love it. So Mary says her son and his wife just did Yellowstone Grand Teton Glacier. There you go. Perfect for Leave Nothing Behind, right? I'm going to see if I can remember these catchy names, like, and not say our memories when it's actually our moments in my last Scrap with Me. So if you haven't had a chance to see the Our Moments Scrap with Me video series from Noreen, Kylie, and I, that is live on our YouTube channels, and some fun pages, some title pages. Pam Collins, there you are. And I know you had been requesting that, I need some help. Give me some ideas for title pages. So there you go. All right, a mystery. Sandy says, yes, a mystery. We just don't know what it could be. I always like getting more for less money. That to me is always a deal. Okay, so that's the new for Monday. Now, what I want to do is grab my camera, my portable camera, because it's not going to be good for me to carry the computer around, which is what I'm on right now. And I'm going to just kind of do a quick walk around. And then what I want to do is leave this as a Q&A session for you. So if there's something that you're like, well, Lauren, why did you decide to do that? Or what did you do? Or what does that, how many of those do you have? Whatever. Ask away. And I'm going to see if I can, just kind of check in on the chat while we're going around. So bear with me. I'm trying to figure this out technically in my head, but I think it's going to work. So I'm just going to put my card up just for a sec. And yeah, Angela, there's a promo coming on Monday where you get $101 worth of product for $75. It's a mystery box. Actually, why don't I go back there? I'll share that while I go grab my other camera. How about that? Mystery moving sale bundle. Okay, so hang tight, and I'm going to turn my computer around so I can still hear you guys, or see you guys. And then I'm going to turn. I tried this. I tried it, so I'm hoping this is going to work. Okay. So we are going to start at the front door. At the front door. Okay, so let me tell you first. Oh, hi, that's me again. Here we go. All right, there we have it. Okay, so ta-da! Let me tell you first how big this room is. This room, and you're going to see my computer right over there. That's where I can see you guys. This room is only about 2 feet wider than where I was downstairs. But the big difference, as you can see right away, is that there are windows, which I love. We have windows. I have 3 windows in this new space. And that extra 2 feet, that extra width, there's all our construction on the house. Hubby's outside. But that extra 2 feet allowed me to get this big, beautiful beast in the room. Okay. And what I want to say is this took, you should have seen how many pages of notes I had to try to figure out how I was going to make this island. And you can kind of see, I'm going to give you a little glimpse underneath. You can see that this is a lot of space. And that is what I really, really wanted, was just a lot of space to have to not only film, but also just to work on my own projects, because you know that's a big thing for me, is that I want to work on my own projects. And I want, you know, I was working before on that desk right there, the one with the big computer on it. That's what I used to film on right there. And it's a standing desk. I think I shared when I bought that standing desk. Now I'm actually going to get to use it as a standing desk, not just a filming desk. So when I decided to redo this room, if you remember, my old craft room had the old Recollections cubes, which are on the wall straight ahead underneath my punches. Those cubes are 14¼ by 14¼ And what I ended up doing was deciding that I'm going to redo my, kind of wall of cubbies. And I wanted to use the new Michaels system. And the difference is this system, let me see if I can pan up a little bit. This system is, these cubes are 16 by 16, okay? So it gave me a lot more storage from the 14 by 14¼ by 14¼ And one of the things you guys know also is I love my paper. So I have 2 rows. I'm kind of giving you that overview of that wall now. 2 rows. That whole top row is just my cardstock colors, and I was able to just kind of bring everything in here, everything together. And then the row underneath it, all of that are all my collections. So in my old room, I had that in 2 separate locations, but I love having this all now in one spot. So, let's see. Cindy says, I can't believe how fast it came together. It doesn't feel fast, but it feels like a lot of work, but it did. So, it seemed like it was taking a while, but finally, it feels like it's kind of coming together. So let me tell you a little bit about the island. And let me see. Oh dear, hold on. I've got to get these. Somebody's got bots in here, and I've got to get rid of these. Love the beast. Yeah, the big beast. Okay, I'm going to just take a second here and get rid of. And report those. Yeah, I found that sometimes okay. Sorry, you guys. I hope they're gone now. Let me see. I hope those are gone. Okay. Nope, they're still there. Hey, hun, can you do me a favor?
Yep.
Get rid of those spammers.
How do you do that?
So just come here and go to the 3 dots.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Did you see that come through? Yeah, so I've got to work on that. A new thing. I've never had spammers on my video. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit. I'm going to come around this side and show you a little bit about my island. So the island is set up like an H. So there's 3 different columns here on the end, and the same over on the other end. And again, these are the 16 by 16 new ones from Michaels. So if you just do your math, it's 16 plus 16 plus 16. And then underneath, I decided I needed support, plus I needed storage. And so underneath, I did 4 columns. Let me move my chair out so you can see. 4 columns. And lo and behold, guess what, you guys? The power sort boxes fit under there. Albums fit under there. Boxes of stuff fit under there. And that is what I needed, was all of that space kind of underneath the island. So whereas in my other room, I went up every single wall I could, here, I kind of wanted to tuck it under so that I could just have more space on top and around. So that's 3 on the end, 4 underneath, and then 3 on this end again. Okay, so, and what's really great about the Michaels cubes is that it's all modular. So you can see on the end, I have my packaged paper, and then in the middle, I put a drawer set with half cube, and then on the end are 2 cubes that I put together. So let me just tell you for a second about this space here, and then I'm going to pan over here and share this big beast over here. So one of the things you'll probably know is for my customers and team members that I've decided to start carrying some inventory, and that's in my Scrap Some Joy shop. And this is my retired products inventory, the 2 Calyx units. So when I have those, all my paper packs and albums and punches and, you know, all this stuff, this is all for my quote store. And the same over here. When you see like, Lauren, how many border cartridges do you really need? But these are all product for my store. And that's why over here, I actually, much like my old craft room, I created stations. So this is my shipping station, because that's kind of a part of my business now, is to ship out the products. And then this is my computer workstation, and then just kind of my thinking and my desk. So really 3 different kind of areas here. Underneath on this side, I wanted to keep this portable. So this is the back side of the cubbies. And so I brought up my cart where I had my dies before, and decided that this was going to be for my stamps now, because I had those oh so nicely on my wall. But again, I didn't want to take every single wall in this room and redo it. So I found that these fit really nicely on the long carts. This is the one from Michaels, and the height of this fits right underneath, which I love. So one other thing I should mention, because height was a big factor on how to get this table the right height. So this is about a counter height, not a not like a bar height, but a counter height tabletop. So it's not as low as a desk, but so you need a higher chair. And when I put 2 of the 16 cubes together from Michaels and the wheels, it came to the perfect height for me. So because the wheels were about 1.5 inches plus the 2 16 cubes and then the tabletop, and it all worked out perfectly. Like the math worked out beautifully. Okay, so that's a little bit about the island. This is more product. But again, if I want to have my son come and like he was doing, he's already used this to do some of his architecture projects, I can just roll these out of the way, and you know, 2 people could sit on this side, or he could sit here and do his work, and I can be on the other side as well. Okay, so let me check in. Okay. And, oh, Anne was having a little trouble hearing. I know that might be because I didn't want to put both cameras on, volume on. Okay, so Aren't they fun, Diane? You like the cubes? Okay, I'm glad. So it kind of gives you a perspective, right? For the new Michaels cubes over here, and then the old Recollections cubes that were also from Michaels. Okay, so yeah, it's more airy, Cynthia. Definitely, it feels much lighter and much happier, and I guess I just wish I could have you guys all over to come check it out. So over here, I just also want to mention I had some space under the window, and I love my power sort boxes, so I decided to kind of use the top of that for my power sort boxes, and then this is overflow product as well. So I kind of have my product down in this area of the room. Like I said, on the calyx unit here and at the end of my island, and then over there under the window. So those are kind of my three shop areas. And then my area is kind of all this back here. All right. So let me tell you a little bit about, I'm going to bring the computer with me. That might help with the volume, hopefully. So I decided again to do a cutting station, just like in my old room. And you'll notice when I was cleaning up and moving at the top, do you guys see? Anybody see familiar cards? I felt so loved and so appreciated because I started finding all these beautiful cards from you all. And I also want to give a big shout out to Patricia King, or Trish King, for the wonderful package that I received. Thank you so much for when I've been working on my Zion and Bryce book. And she sent me some wonderful national park stickers and memorabilia. So I always want you guys to know how close and dear I hold these to my heart. And so I found that perfect spot up there just to display some of your cards, and I love it. So underneath that, of course, are the stamp and storage units. And you can see my punches are full. And so I had to make a hard decision because I had no more space for 2 more of these, which is what I would need if I need every single punch. But I'm going to be using some of the drawers underneath to store kind of some like some not as used punches. So I'm not going to show you in all my drawers yet, okay? But I will when I do a full craft room tour. And you can see I still have some empty shelves that I need to figure out. But I do love just everything being modular and trying to find a place for, all my goodies. So my dies, instead of being on my cart now, are over here next to my punches, as well as my little Gemini and my Cricut and my Silhouette. They're all right here. And I figured what I could do is just grab my cutting machine, bring it to the big table, and do my cutting. And you can see I hung my mats on the side. So I'm ready to go. And then this is kind of crafting stuff. So sometimes my girls like to come in and make cards and do different things. And I tell them, you may not get into my scrapbook paper. That's my paper for my scrapbooks. You can come into the card area. So this is just more, craft type papers that I keep for them. And, we got into this for my son's architecture program to make models. We made little cubes out of that paper too. Okay, so over here, let me check in, tell you a little bit. So that's my cutting wall, cutting. I've even got a few extra punches here and all my border cartridges. Up here, I have a few more spaces, but like I said, these I'm gonna have to kind of have an overflow into some of my drawers. Okay, where's my power source? Good question. So, luckily, we are on a raised foundation. So, my contractor said he could basically put my power source wherever I want underneath my island. He just has to pop through, crawl under, and pop through. He's amazing. But I also do have a power source right back here that I'm already plugged into, and this goes down into the corner into a plug. So I do have outlets, kind of around and over down here, but I do want to get one under the island as well. So good question, because I do want to have, be able to plug in my lights and filming equipment right where I'm going to be working. Okay, what plastic storage did I use for my dies? Oh, good question. So Carol, I don't know if your Target has the same stuff as our Target does, but those are from Target in the bath department. And I don't have a link to these on my Amazon because they, I can't find them. They're only through Target. But they're the perfect size for the little vinyl pockets. I do link to those and the magnet sheets and all that good stuff. So I do have that on my favorite things page. But yeah, those are from, some people use the fridge bins for their dies and they hold them. But I found these at Target and I thought, ooh, love them, love them. Good question. So yeah, it took a lot of planning and thought, Pam, and rearranging and building and moving and then rearranging and building and moving. So, all right. The punches, yeah, there's a lot to storing punches. And it really, after I got all those up on the wall, I'm like, okay, I do have an electronic cutter. So maybe I don't need every single punch, but that's kind of hard to not get. And I do have underneath here, I have like my dies. I love dies too, as you can see. I love my alphabets, and I don't know, there's something I just enjoy about a very tactile punching process. So I think I've talked about that before. Yeah. So, oh no, Rachel, you're in tornadoes. Oh, I hope you're okay. And you can always catch the replay once we're done being live. This will go. So on replay. All right, let me tell you a little bit about the base unit here, because this was an aha moment for me when I discovered this with the new cubbies. And I was actually, sorry, I have to push in these drawers because that bothers me. Okay. When I was doing some surfing on the new Recollections cubes, looking for ideas and different things, I came across a post of someone who had these long drawers with the little short drawers, and two of the cubes fit on the top of the long drawers. I mean, I was like, what? I didn't know that it was modular even with the drawers. So these are the Michaels drawers. They look like the IKEA drawers, but they are not IKEA drawers. They're not as deep because everything is modular, 16 by 16. Or as you would imagine, the long cart is 32 because two cubes fit on top. And when I saw that post, the light bulbs went off in my head, and I thought, oh, that's going to be a beautiful base and a great place to store a bunch of stuff in drawers all underneath my open cubbies. So I knew I needed a lot of drawers, and then I also knew I needed a lot of space for my albums that I'm working on, a lot of space for my paper, my collections, and then a lot of space for my paper. And then I ended up on the top doing my color bins, my washi tape, and just some other pretty color stuff up there. So inside my drawers, this one, I'll just go over this one. This is the same setup that I had. Oh, look at that shadow. The same setup that I had in my old room right next to my filming station, and I still love the way this works. I have my, I think I shared it on one of my last behind the scenes. So instead of that rolling Alex, it's all now in this Michael's cubby, but my templates are here. The next one down fits everything perfectly. The trimmers, the decorative trimmer, the circle cutter, the personal trimmer, everything perfectly. Then the next one down is my cutting mats and my rulers and some of the extra blades like that. And then this one is, of course, where I keep my extra adhesive foam squares, peekaboo pockets, all in my little iris containers, which I still love. Okay, so that setup is really still the same. And then kind of as we go down, it's just more tools and different things. And then the bottom is just some shipping bags. So I do love having this right by where I work. That has worked really well in the past, and I wanted that again close by. The other thing I found, just a little side note here, I'm going to come around this side so I'm not in the shadow. If you put one shelf on the cube, it's the perfect size for a happy album or like a little 8x8 or my travel journal. So, and then it gives you a little storage underneath. I love that. And then otherwise because these are 16 by 16, everything fits in here just perfectly. So I'll give you kind of a little close up inside. These bins also, I should mention, do angle in toward the top. So I liked that effect because it didn't feel as bulky in the room, and it let me see the paper a little better. So you can see I have all my collections, different things like that, labeled still, and my prints. And then I went into rainbow, metallics, neutrals. I even had a whole section down here for all my journal paper, which I love. My ruled pattern paper, all that good stuff. So then on top, watercolors, my color bins, washi tape, all that good. Okay, so, and then down here, give you another quick tour here. These, again, you can see just how I had them downstairs, except now it's all again by season: spring, summer, fall, and winter. Then into holidays, Christmas, and then miscellaneous collections, and then travel, and kids and school, and then my baby is down here in vintage. Okay, I also had a spot for my binders. Of course, you guys know I love my binders. So I had to find a place for my blue binders and my black binders. And the nice thing too, these are the fill and file albums, and they fit in the new Michael's cubes. They don't fit in the old ones, but they do in the new. Okay, I think I saw a comment about the pen holders, and those were from the old Recollections cubes, these guys, and it was just a little like a half cube. It was actually like a half cube of this, and it had a pen holder that slid out and then like a little shelf. So those are old and hard to find now, but Stampin' Storage has some pen holders, and I think there's some other companies that are coming up. When I was doing some research about, like, for Calyx units, how you can get pen holders for that. So yeah, and yes, Michelle, good question. That was another thing I loved about these cubbies is that you can attach them all together. So this whole unit, everything is attached. And then that's one of the last things my husband hasn't done, but we're just going to secure the top of this to the wall at the top. But every cubby, there's two bolts. There's two bolts inside these walls here. And so these are bolted together and these are bolted top to bottom and side to side and from the top to the drawers, which so the cubes have these holes in them that and they come with the bolts that that you can attach together. And so that made me feel really good, and it also let everything line up perfectly, right? Like it looks even and everything because and tight. Like these are tight because they are bolted together. Good question. So yeah. The closed caption is killing you. I know, I had to turn that on. I hope, is it funny? Oh my gosh, a lot of stuff in her craft room. Yes, Lynette, like just like you have. I love it. Okay. So yes, one Mother's Day Crate Room sells one. Mother's Day is going on. Jean, is that I've heard of that. Create Room has, I think you're talking about the pens, right? And the bottom units, these I guess maybe are out of stock. Let me tell you, I had to order a lot. Oh, and I should mention that over order, if you want to do something like this, over order how many cubes you think you need, because so here I had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 cubes. I want to say I ordered 20 maybe, and out of those I got 14 that were usable because they were not in stock at my Michael's, so I ordered them online. And I had to kind of pick and choose because some of them were damaged from shipping, the corners and different things. So, and I'm not going to put something together that's damaged. So I do recommend ordering more if you have to order more. And if you have to order from online, order more. So, you have good ones to choose from. Because that was frustrating. So I would order some, I'd have to go pick some up, order more, wait for those to come in. Yeah, there was a long process in that. So yeah. So the drawers are just shy of 16 inches also, Annette. Yeah. Because everything is modular, so 16 by 16 or groupings of 16. Yeah. Like the long ones are 32. Okay, so there's again kind of the lower unit and the end unit. So let me tell you, oh, they're watching you guys right there. Let me tell you the fun find for this tabletop. Okay, because that was quite an ordeal to try to find a tabletop that would work in this space and that would fit. And if you guys see, like the edge is perfectly to 3 cubbies wide. You can see the edge is just perfect, right? And I went and bought countertops from IKEA and I brought them in here and I didn't like them, and they were going to have a big seam down the middle because I had to buy 2 of them because nothing, it was all 25 wide, right? And then I looked at butcher block countertops because I thought, oh, butcher block, that would be beautiful in here. And, it could be big enough. And then we were getting very kind of concerned about not only the cost of what a butcher block would cost, but also how heavy it would be for these cubbies. So if you again kind of see the cubbies, um, so it's 16, 16, 16, and then the 32 high plus the wheels. And so I kept going around trying to think, well, what else could I do? Do I need to kind of order a custom countertop? And then we had to take my cat into the vet, and we were right by a Home Depot. And I said, "Oh, hun, let's run in and just check out their countertops." And lo and behold, so I knew my size, right? And I can't remember what the math was right now. Anyhow, I knew my size, and I walk in and I saw this. So let me just tell you, the IKEA countertops were like $350. The butcher block countertops were going to be about $500. And then I walk in and I see this board that was the exact, so again, like if I kind of come out, the exact size I need for my space. And it was $60 at Home Depot. $60. It's like an MDF board, and then our contractor just painted it. And I don't care if it chips, I don't care if we ding it or cut it. $60, you guys, with some paint. And then he just it came square, so he rounded the edges for me, gave this beautiful he has a tool that just rounded those edges. And you can see we've already dinged it, painted on it, and cut on it, but that is $60, and it was the perfect size for this island. So again, it's 3 cubes on the end, on each end. It's like an H, a big long H, 4 cubes in between, three cubes facing out this way. And then on this side, I did the 2 cubes facing out this way. But on here, I didn't mention this before. On this one, I wanted the cubes facing my work area, right? So I love that I can pull these drawers out and go, okay, our moments. Here's my little our moments collection that I need to work on. Or, there's the new bricks and water paper. I haven't played with that yet. So I kind of keep what I want to work on right here on these drawers. And then it also is big enough for my scoring board and some of those larger cutting mats. And then I have my pockets down on the bottom. So this one on the end, I moved so that it faces my work area, but kept the other 2 facing my cutting station. Okay, so over here, my photo printer, all my photo paper. So I've got that set up, and all that other good stuff. So I love the countertop. It's really sturdy. There have been no issues whatsoever. And it just, for $60, you guys, $60. It was perfect. Okay, so no, let me see. Annette, hang on a second. I'm going to tell you exactly the size. I want to get the math right. Okay, so, no, let me see. So if we have 16, so there's 4 cubbies underneath, right? There's 4 cubbies. And then this is the 5th cubby, 16 and 16. So 16 times 6 is 96. So this is 96 long, and then it is 48 wide. That's right, 4 feet wide and 96 long. And I think, that's what this board was. And it was in the lumber area of Home Depot. Just in the lumber. So it wasn't painted white. It was, you know what MDF looks like, right? Kind of a brown craft paper looking color, if you know craft paper. So yeah, and I absolutely was Mary. The Michaels coupon, so they were actually doing like buy $40, 40 or 45, and get a $10 rewards coupon. And so I kept kind of cycling through and buying cubes every day so that I could take advantage of that. So yeah. Yeah, I know. Sue's exactly like when the perfect solution is the cheapest one. I loved that. Yeah. So yep, it was just the MDF board and painted it, and again, so $60, you don't really worry about that too much. And what is my photo printer sitting on? Good question, Kathy. So that is a half cube. That is one of the Michaels half cubes. So it's the 16 by 16. And I have another one right here. So the short drawers, these are actually only 24 high. So you need the extra 8 inches for a half drawer to make it the same height as 2 full cubes, or this tall one with all the slots in it is actually 32. So there's kind of 3 different sizes, well, 4, I guess. The half cube, the full cube. Okay, so this is a full cube right here, and that comes with the shelves. The half cube, the drawers, okay, the 5 drawer units, those are only 24 high. And then the full height slatted cart. So this is actually kind of meant to be for a desk. And so I have 3 of these units. I actually put 3 of those underneath. And you can see, show it to you again. You can see how you can move the, there you can see the bottom of the tabletop. You can move those slats around, and you can, so for different things. So the 12 by 12 project, the iris cases, those fit in there. The snap cases fit in there. The large power sort boxes fit in there. I mean, they have so much adjustability. So I did 3 of those. You can see 1, 2, 3 on the end. And then I did 2 cubes because I needed more storage for my albums. So I did that. So there's a lot of flexibility. You do have to buy extra shelves if you want to use it like this. I had to buy 2 extra packs of shelves, but it looks so pretty, doesn't it? The rainbow. I love the rainbow. Okay, good questions, guys. Out the window in the corner. Oh, yeah, you want to see my view? That's one of the favorite things. I love it. So yeah, I have, well, there's Ephraim. That's our contractor. And all the work that's still getting done, but that's our valley view out there. And let's see, it's kind of hard to see, still under construction, as you guys know, but beyond that tree is the city view that we have. And then, so I can look across now and see folks in the kitchen. I'll have to give you a tour of the kitchen when we finally finish that. And then over my other window, so the other window is just more of the house, but this one, we have oak trees out this window, which I love. So it's just, I don't see any deer here right now, but sometimes we've got the deer walking by. We had a bear here a couple days ago getting into our trash can. And then down there's the street. So, yep, we still have a lot of work to do. But it is nice being above ground and no worries for the water again. Yeah, I know, 6 o'clock in the evening. I know, he's a gem for sure. So thank you. Yeah, Mary, I can't wait to kind of share more projects in here and how we're using the space and all that good stuff. So yeah, the view. I know. Will I be able to scrap Sabine? I know, that's funny. I know. That's exactly why my desk is over in that corner, right? Because I needed to have a little um, place to gaze when I need to take a break. So yeah. So yeah, Linda, this is our guest house. So the backstory, this room was supposed to be a living room added on to our guest house. So my two older kids live out here because our main house is kind of small. So bedroom wise, we don't have a lot of bedrooms. So my two older kids live out here in the guest house. And we decided to add on a living area. So when I had the second flood in the basement, I said, guys, I'm going to have to, play my mom card and say, I need this space. And I wasn't sure if it was going to work. So this was not planned in the beginning to be a craft room. It was planned, to be a hangout room, like put a TV on the wall and a couch and just have fun in here. But after the disasters that I went through, we kind of came together as a family and said, yep, mom needs to get out of the basement. So that's why we're in here. So yeah, okay. From my old craft room, I know, Diane, see, you're gonna have to come out again and visit and check out my new space. Right? Because I know Diane actually saw it. It felt very claustrophobic. I had everything within my arm's reach, but it felt very crowded. So definitely. The plastic drawers under the island. Okay, I think these, yes. These are the Iris drawers, and they come with 3 drawers a piece, but I bought several, and then I ended up finding that 4 of them fit just perfectly under the island, and this has additional shop product, so you can just roll them out and roll them back. So I liked the fact of being able to move them in and out from under the desk. But these are made by Iris. I think I got mine at Walmart, actually, had the best price on them. So definitely shop around and see if you can find the best price. And then I just, I think, so this was 3 or 4 units, and you can use the 3. They come with 3 drawers, and then take a third one apart and then add it. So it's the same height. Yeah. Good questions. Okay. How are we doing? All right. What are in the plastic containers? Okay. Okay. Hold on. There's a lot of questions coming in. Good for you. Playing the mom card. Yes. Gotta have to play. And then what's in the 3 drawers? Okay. So let me come back. It's separate like a studio. Exactly. And we're still doing more work. This is like the never ending project, our house. But we knew that when we bought it because we liked the location, but knew it needed a lot of work. And we're in Southern California, just near Pasadena, outside of LA. Yeah. And what's in the plastic containers are my overflow product. So for anybody who missed it, so this wall over here, these are IKEA cowlicks. Oh, I should tell you a little hack. This was fun. So when we stacked, I had this one downstairs, the 4x3. And then I thought I need another one to go on top. And the 3x3 was actually too high. So I said, okay, I'll get a 2x3, and I turned them sideways. But what happened is these started to bow in the center here. And because of the weight, you know, paper is very heavy over time. So my engineer husband said, oh, let me get some shims for you. And he came in with a bag of pennies. I'm not kidding. A bag of pennies. So in between, inside this little, the reason why it's sitting perfectly is because it's shimmed on these stress points with pennies all along in between. So always remember little tricks like that. I think it's fun to know, yes, there's a, 25 cents inside there, but it holds the units together. And then these are secured to the wall. Everything is secured and bolted. Because we are in earthquake territory here. So, yeah. Oh, good. Container store too for Iris products. Yeah. Okay. The punch holder on. Okay. The punch holder. Oh, that one. Okay. Let's go back over there. This punch holder is from Totally Tiffany. And that was one of the tips a lot of advisors were saying is that it's called a stadium. You can kind of see the side of it here. A stadium holder. And that one is from Totally Tiffany. So you can go to that website, or I think Amazon sells that also. And they fit pretty well in here. And these were those bulky punches, my frame punches that actually don't fit in the holders anyhow. So I kept my frame punches out and my tags and my ribbon, my banner maker. And I like that they sit in here. But the regular punches fit in here beautifully as well. If you don't have if you have a space that you can keep things out, like on a table. I didn't have a lot of counter space, so I had to go up with my holders. Okay, good. Let's see. Thank you, and all right. Yeah, I know, Colleen, I do feel like every day, I hope, I'll kind of sink into what it's like to actually be here and work. It's been right now just a process of getting everything, a place, trying to find a place for everything. And so hopefully after that, I can actually start making things happen, making projects. Okay. One last thing I want to just mention. Let me come over here, and I'm just going to give you one more little tour. So this is my desk area. I did another fun fact, 2 Alex. So these are actually the IKEA drawers, my desk. The IKEA drawers on wheels, and then 2 of the old Recollections cubes fit perfectly kind of in that little corner. And I got the longest desktop that IKEA sells, and even with the 2 columns and the cubes, I still have a nice big space for my chair and to work at. So that worked out well also. And then as Kathy asked, so this is the half cube, and my printer sits on top of that, and then my photo paper just sits right underneath it. And I also just want to mention, since we've been working so hard with the shop, getting all the product up here for the shop, and my contractor is painting the door, so I don't, there's still stuff out there, but I need my door for my room. But here, like I mentioned, this is my online shop, and kind of as a treat, what I'm going to do is, and I know some of you have been able to take advantage of this in the past. On Sunday, I'm going to take the password off my shop. So all you have to do is go to my website at craftsomejoy.com and then click on the shop, my Scrap Some Joy shop, and I'm going to just kind of work on managing this inventory. And there's a lot. So basically all of this, most of it, I'd say 95% is all retired product. And that's what's in these drawers as well. I know I got asked, but this is all retired product. And a lot of it has been discontinued. And so, like I mentioned, I just have been, as a service, mostly to my customers and my team, I've been keeping some inventory, but I am going to open the shop up for US customers. If you're really desperate in Australia or Canada, I don't know if I could even ship to Australia. I know when I was trying to ship to Julie, it was just crazy. But you know, we could talk about international shipping. So on Sunday, you can go to my shop and take advantage of some of these retired products, and I'll keep the shop open for about a week for you. So you can see I've got a lot of border cartridges, and just, you know, different punches and different things from years past. Okay, so that's kind of fun, having my little store and shop right here at my fingertips. And it's also good if I run out of something that I can just kind of go see if it's still in my inventory. All right, so any questions on that? I think we're good. Oh gosh, I didn't see all these other responses. So let me see. Is my height? I know. Yeah, I know, Linda. But you know, that's why I made, you know, at first I thought, oh, I'm going to just go all the way up. I'm going to use every space. But I can actually reach, these ceilings are not super high out here. The whole guest house has lower ceilings. So, but I do keep a step stool in here for sure. Yep. So thank you, Darlene. I hope you guys can see my excitement for being in here. I just love being in, having windows. So, okay. Julie, what size is my room? Oh my goodness. I know this is, I think the square footage is only about 250 square feet. It's not huge. So I'd have to get back to you on the exact dimensions, but I do know I had those extra 2 feet from my old space, which was why I was able to get this island in here and still have room to walk around. So yeah, Chris, what do you recommend who has a lot less paper fall over or bend? Yeah, so I love Chris. Let me go over there. And Jean, yeah, there's a, you know, I had a thing for longer burger baskets for sure. Okay. And Gwen, no, I don't worry about the fading. I've only had one paper pack that I found faded from the windows. So I don't know. We'll see. I might have to do a replay on that, but yeah. So let me see real quick here. Next to the lined up. Oh, I think I missed a few questions. So let me go into the first question that I saw, which was to keep things lined up. So these cubes, these are the new cubes from Michael's, and they can either be positioned vertically or horizontally. My original thought was to take these cubes here and turn them vertically and put all my paper in those vertically up here. And I tried it and I hated it, because when you turn this vertically, you see all the little ridges, and then your paper slides in those, and that was really bothering me. So the only way it looked good is to put a board in every slot, and I wasn't going to do that. So then I went back to looking at what Michael's had, and then I found these cubes, which were really sturdy. So these, you can slide them out, but they are really sturdy. So if you have a smaller collection, you could probably do like spring, summer, fall, and winter all in one cubby and just kind of keep things grouped that way, or go by color theme, and you wouldn't need a whole lot of those. And these, since they are so sturdy, they would help your paper not fall over. But my Power Project folders help with that too. So I hope that answers that question. Yeah, I don't like slouchy paper for sure. The other thing too, you know, I mentioned on one of my videos, I love, this is a new folder that I found. It's from Samsil, and it's linked on my favorite things page. These are strong. Okay, so let me just show you. Like, they're stiff. They're stiff. Can you guys see that? See how stiff they are? They're rigid. So they're a thicker plastic than the record sleeve. So let me do something. So I know, because Jean, you were asking about the record sleeves. So here's the record sleeve. Okay, let me kind of zoom down here. So this is the record sleeve. Sorry for the glare. Record sleeve. And you can see they're a little more flimsy. See how the paper doesn't stand up? Then, so this is Baby Bear. Like, if it's just paper, I'll use some of the record sleeves. This is Mama Bear, because if it's a bigger collection, like Trains had paper, stickers, and laser cuts. I love these from Samsil, and you can see they are much sturdier in kind of the way they feel, right? So Baby Bear, Mama Bear, and then of course we have to have Papa Bear. So let me show you Papa Bear. Here's Wide Open Places. So Wide Open Places has all the good stuff, right? It has mats, it has stickers, it has laser, you know, everything. Long laser borders, laser mats, paper, all that good stuff. So for a larger collection, or even a collection that I just absolutely love, and I buy a lot of the paper because I want to use it, I love the Power Project folders. And that's perfect for the larger collections. But I was finding that these were too big for something, a smaller collection. So that's kind of what I like. Those are the 3 paper sleeves. And when I first started, I thought that the record sleeves were just going to be enough. But then when I found these, and so these are, you know, I don't know, less than $1 each. You get a whole bunch for, I don't know, 20 bucks. These are just around about $1 a piece for the Samsil. And then these are $5 a piece, but they last forever and they hold a lot. Like, you can see not only collections, but that is what I put my paper in, and you can see how much paper can go in those Power Project folders. They're amazing. Okay, so I did ask Creative Memories if they were planning on, you know, coming out with some more paper organizers, and they do have plans for that, but not until next year. So because I needed, you know, kind of a solution before 2023, I decided to go ahead and do some research, and I found those Samsil packs. So I hope that helps. Okay, so so Gwen, I'll have to tell you about the light. Let's see. So I think I got that size. Any other questions? Let me see. Thank you, guys. Okay. All right. So we've got our Aussie friends are here. What kind of lights do I have in my ceiling? They're just can lights for now, but I mean, I hope it doesn't. Yeah, so they're just can lights. And then we did put a track light up here as well. And that is a system that you can add more to. So if we wanted to highlight like certain parts of the room. And I will have my filming lights in here and that kind of setup. So I'll have to let you know when that comes in. Yeah. Yeah. Belinda, the new sleeves are linked on my favorite page, on my favorite things page. They're at the very top. So if you go to craftssomejoy.com and you click on Shop My Faves, Faves, Shop My Faves, they will be right there at the top. And all of my favorites are there. Okay. Yay, Margarita's here from Puerto Rico. All right. So, okay. Any other questions that I can answer? Yeah, the sleeves are all linked on my favorite things page. So I know all my storage ideas, Pam. I know we've been talking. So, and Margarita, you just got them, and aren't they great? Yeah, they're really sturdy. They feel good. So I'm glad you like them too. I had someone else tell me they really liked them as well. That was a good find. And Julie, my labels are my favorite, which are the Avery Ultra Tabs. I still use the Avery Ultra Tabs. So buy those by the pack. And I just use those with my favorite black pen and write all my labels on those. Okay. Any other questions, friends? So I do want you to kind of remember that the shopping, I'm going to open my shop. So if you have any last retired products that you're looking for, starting on Sunday, the password will be down so you can shop. In fact, let me do that right now. I'm going to kind of just go over here. Let's see. Da-da-da. If I go, okay, let me do a screen share. So if you go to, this is my website, I'll kind of take you craftssomejoy.com. Sometimes people haven't been here, so I always once in a while like to come on here, let you know this is my website. I have all kinds of ideas, tutorials, different things here on my website. So you can take classes from me, you can watch videos, you can learn about Pop Live, and so you can just scroll through and kind of see all the different products and services that I have. Okay, and then at the top in the navigation, one sec, let me turn my phone off. I don't need to be holding that anymore. In the navigation, you can go to Shop With Me, where, you know, this is where if you've watched my Scrap With Me videos, that's where my downloads are. I have a lot of free downloads, and then this is where you can get my tutorials for my videos. But this is where the photo folder template is, and so different things available for you under exclusive downloads. And then underneath that right here is Scrap Some Joy Shop. And most of the time it has a password page, and that's when that's up. That's when it's just for my customers and team members, because sometimes I get special things and I want to give them first opportunity to get those things. So, but like I said, on Sunday, I'm going to take that password down so you'll be able to go straight into my shop, and you just can go right in and start seeing the product that I have. And then you can just check out and do everything right on my website. Okay, and then if you go over here, shop my faves, shop my favorite things, that's where my craft room favorites, right here, Samsil scrapbook paper storage organizer right here. So it gives you the exact product and the link to purchase it on Amazon. So whenever people are going, oh yeah, Lauren, I love that. Oh, and here, right here, the 4x4 Instagram style. I think I talked about this maybe the last Friday night scrapbooking. So they also make the 4x4, and I just cut the ends off, and that's now where I'm putting my embellishments for my collections. And then that just slides right in either the Samsil packets or the Power Project folders. And that's why that one's linked here too. My favorite, my favorite notebooks, all that good stuff. So whenever I find something that I love, and things that you'll probably now notice that have been in my craft room, you'll go, oh, I remember seeing that. Oh, okay, she got it. So that's all on my website to make it easy for you. Shop my faves, shop my favorite things. You can also find out more about Creative Memories and Forever here too. Okay, so any other questions? Let me come back in here. One second. And I hope you enjoyed seeing the sneak peek for the new products as well. And I'm going to come back. Let's see. So we will be, here we go. Oops, my Happy Easter is still up there. I forgot to take that out. All right, you guys. So good to be back in front of you now. Should put the handwriting in a silhouette file. You like my handwriting? I know. I'm working on it. That's on my list. Okay. What time on Sunday? I'll take it off Saturday night so you can go in and shop my store on Sunday anytime, because I know we're in all different time zones for that. And any other questions? So it was so much fun showing you my new space and answering all your technical questions about where do you put everything. And hopefully the more we get into this process and or more I get into it, I'll share more. And I will do a tour where I show you every drawer once again, not just a few. And I have some other ideas on how to label and how to, just kind of kick the organization up even a little bit more. So I do plan on sharing all of that. And it'll be fun. Okay. Any other questions before we go? Yeah, sneak peeks get you excited. I'm so glad, Pam. All right. And yeah, it will be fun to create here, Sabine. So we will, I think the lighting, just kind of everything, hopefully will help my videos as well. And just having a fun new background to look at and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm excited. I don't think you could tell, right? All right. So we're going to be back in 2 weeks, and I'll actually be scrapbooking because I will have so this is where I'll be right here, scrapbooking on the Beast, on the big table right here. I'll have my camera set up, and I'll have, so my drawers are right behind me, and I can grab what I need there, my ideas, my cutting, everything's right here. So next, in 2 weeks, we'll be back for another Friday night scrapbooking where we'll actually scrapbook together. But tonight, it was just kind of fun to share the new space with you. So, yay! All right. So thank you again for joining. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you enjoyed this and my other videos, just hit that subscribe button. Love to see you as part of the community. I love seeing everybody saying hello. And Sue, I am so happy to see you. I hope you're feeling so much better. We missed you so much, Sue, and you had a lot of people here wishing you well, and just love this community. So thank you again for joining, and leave comments to the video if you're watching on replay and you have specific questions that I didn't answer, or you think of new questions. I'll check back and see, since this is kind of a whole new thing. And we'll see you next time. Okay. I don't even want to leave yet. Okay, guys. All right, but I do have to leave. So we'll see you next time. And until then, hope you take time to craft some joy. Bye for now.